Bro, just because it's episode 36, you're not allowed to be bored of self-improvement. I do have a bonus meme called Overload, and this is where we're going to start. My solution to overload is following a very simple principle. Technically, it's flight or fight principle, but you have to understand what it is. I will call it resistance principle. Alright? Resistance is simply putting up more walls, more protection from incoming problems, basically. If your room is shrinking because it's being pushed from every angle, it could symbolize social pressure. You have to push back, obviously. You have no choice in some cases. You can't allow criminals to come and snatch your valuables without any resistance from you. Otherwise, you just enable the behavior or you become a target for further thefts and insecurities. But it can translate in many other ways. The forces of evil don't come from outside necessarily. They can come from inside. I mean, I want to always improve, but at some point, again, I can burn out that motivation. Something just doesn't stick quite right anymore. Even if you like make a sudden change, like move to a new location, new room, new setup, that would also make you overloaded because you can't do things as fast as you used to do, or as efficient, or the same way, even. Even like if I played a new card game, I like card games. If I played a new card game, I would be overloaded with the new information. This is where it comes from. Usually, overload comes from sudden changes in lifestyle. And then you don't understand of like, what the fuck is going on? Why can I not be 100% productive? I should be 101% productive all the time. What happened to me? This is still a bonus meme, by the way. And you know, I'm bringing back up the PC standing guy picture. This is a big change. My computer is now in a different configuration if I have to actually stand and basically commit to a workout ethic. Now, making videos requires like 50% more push. I need 50% more push to be able to do what I'm doing like I used to do. I used to be glued to a chair, and there's no reason to even leave the chair. But once I stand up, now I have to find reasons to get to my computer, find a reason to make a video. And it's battling new demons, it's battling of like, I just want to lay in bed, like whatever. Just one change, and all of a sudden my life is going through an overload of some kind. I have to have like full adaptation. I still, after 3 months of using the stand-up PC setup, I'm not comfortable yet. My legs don't hurt anymore. I do get tired. I'm capable of withstanding now long, long hours. The difference becomes when I go to rest, when I lay down, it doesn't translate. It's a very radical move, but that's fine. We've learned that making radical changes in life is better than making minor changes. Just adapting to whatever. This is better. Being in control of a light switch is better than dimming the lights to a specific level, configuring. It's nice if you have like automated lights automated light switch, then you don't even need this. You know, then you do have the wavelength, but when you do have a light switch, it's better to turn lights on and off. When you do have to wear clothing, it's better to go to the max and go to the minimum. Dress up to the point of, well, one thick piece of clothing, that's the maximum. You can't put 2 pieces of clothing because that would be too much work. It is now inefficient to put a second piece. Alright? There's no good reason. So that's the maximum. But it's good because you're always ready to take the clothing off because you're constantly doing it. You train yourself to do it. So eventually standing up next to my PC is going to be completely flawless strategy. I might just need more motivation to get up. Again, that's the push required for me to get up. Like, I need to motivate myself like 50% more. One of the best ways to fight overload and the best motivation is go all the way. Go as long as you can until you get truly exhausted and you cannot go no more and you're not succeeding in whatever the fuck you're doing. But that's the easiest thing. It's just, again, go to the extreme. Tell to yourself, this principle is always the most efficient thing. Kick yourself in the ass. You will stand next to your PC until you get tired. Again, this is when I am productive, and when I lay in bed, I am not productive. Very simple, right? And I do have, like, plenty amount of ideas. So if I start thinking and contemplating and giving myself excuses, of course I will lose this motivation battle. I will not get up because I'm busy finding excuses, you know? That's also a waste of time. Finding excuses is a common way to waste time. You will find that all over. Like, even police coming up to a person, the person is going to start searching for excuses over here and in there. A lot of people just keep trying to find excuses for things, ending up wasting time. If you're worried about something, any discomfort must be attacked. That's the whole point of fight and flight or resistance principle. Any discomfort must be attacked. I will write it down. Just like that. Anything that makes you uncomfortable, you must attack that. For how long it takes for you to feel satisfied that you're either not doing any progress because you can't do anything about it, or maybe you will end up cleaning your room, making sure that everything has its own place, taking more showers, eating food when you have to eat food, and even some people withhold their poop. The dumbest thing ever. Don't hold your poop, my friend. That's discomfort. You must attack that first. You have to respect poop more than anything else. That's the most basic resistance principle. If you try to fight it, then the poop, just like police, will catch you off guard. Yes, unfortunately, not everything has a solution. Can I improve my bed if I'm uncomfortable sleeping in my bed? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't have a solution, personally. But I can still do research. I can still search the market for some kind of mattress. Maybe I'll sleep better. And removing any discomfort, especially sleeping discomfort, I mean, I'm sorry, bro. It should be my highest priority. It isn't. I don't think it's that bad. Until I try, and this is not possible, unfortunately, but until I try different beds, I will never know whether I should change or not. Can I sleep in your bed, please? And that's how I get laid. It's like, can I check how comfortable your bed is? That's my pickup line right there. You gotta respect my resistance principle. I need to know. Alright? Whether I can make myself more comfortable. Yeah, so this like extremes principle will make you more resistant as well. Because you will push back with full force, with full focus. The moment you see a problem, you will push back as hard as you can. Not just like until it becomes good enough. Of like, I'll just ignore the guy. I'll just send him one message. I'll just give him those $5 that he's asking for. Like, minimal resistance. Where's my self-improvement guy that I'm supposed to put on a thumbnail? Killing cancer. Wow. So yeah, the moment you're losing motivation battle, just do it. Just get out of bed until you fully exhaust yourself. Start punching, basically. Start doing the exercising level of productivity. There are these guys all across the fucking TikTok. I'm tired of them.
The saddest realizations I ever made about myself, and you're about to make the exact same realization, is when I recognized that if I had
Just so
work
he
at 7
knows.
a.m., I had a bad night's sleep or I only got 3 hours, I would still show up to work at 7 a.m., no matter what. But if I made a deal with myself to wake up at 7 a.m. to work on my own future.
This is again a kind of a solution to the overload of like, no matter what, you tell yourself, well, I have to exhaust myself. I just gotta see my limits.
But I had a bad night's sleep, I would feel fine hitting the snooze button. How did it become acceptable to not show up for myself, but unacceptable to miss a day on a job that will replace me a
Unacceptable, bro.
day after I died? One of the saddest realizations.
This is literally work versus free time realization, so to speak. Yes, wake up and work on yourself. Crazy, I know, you have to do it. But on your free time, guess what? You don't want to work, and you're not gonna force yourself to work because that's not the principle of how you spend free time. Only if you're unemployed, you will have to find work of some kind regardless. And guess what? I am successfully unemployed and I find plenty of things to do. There are limits to how much you can push yourself anyways, and don't forget to enjoy life. Because there's a reason why you have to balance things out. If you're not enjoying life, you will forget what you're fucking chasing in the first place. There is no limit to self-improvement by any means. Just don't simplify it of like, I just want money, I just want relationship, I just want power and skills. Don't simplify. I technically am not generating this or that. No money or relationships, just skill. There's one piece missing. It's called awareness. Oh yeah, I call it out so many times now. You should be tired of that. Being aware that awareness exists. Knowledge, we can call it. But can collect all these 4 chaos emeralds, please. I follow my personality and I don't have to give a fuck about anything else. You can hate me as much as you want, but I can hate myself better, so I don't need your help in that category. So I don't know. You tell me. It's just my personality. I'm not gonna pursue these things until someone actually gives a fuck. About money or relationships. They don't care. Alright, cool. I can't pursue. I don't have a free pass for this shit. I can't board the plane. So unfortunately, my self-improvement videos, they do have limitations. I have to replace these things with some kind of imaginary versions. Not real. I can't really be rich, and I can't really be social. Apparently, like I don't have the capacity for it. I can't unlock it. My personality doesn't have that. The fake versions, however, are definitely necessary. But am I forgetting, like, the money thing? What is fake money? Fake relationships are pretty obvious. I wonder what fake skills are, by the way. That's the biggest question mark. Fake skills? Like performance skills? Because they're useless to you, but there's no way. I have no idea. Fake relationships is just you hanging around people's stuff. Alright? They do stuff, and you just kind of mimicking what other people are doing to some extent. And interact with their shit. And analyze their behavior. What the fuck is fake money, though? Well, you're probably not going to survive with fake money because it's capitalism and you have to have some of the real money. But you can buy fake goods, fake stuff, or cheap stuff, and just try to get the best out of it. You know, while people are buying PS5, you can buy some kind of console that have 200 games and complete some of those games, and it will just be a genuine gaming experience. You know, you just take a much, much cheaper versions of things other people have. Or you have to end up using paper. Paper. So it's not about money, it's about things you buy with the money. That's how I see it, right? What the fuck are fake skills? Don't tell me there's fake awareness, too. My god. You gotta be kidding me. People not being able to afford awareness? Damn. Very interesting. Fake awareness is like buying a bunch of books. Setting up your room. Like, fake awareness is subscribing to my channel for the sake of thumbnails. You just want to see thumbnails. Alright? And please, if someone is fake... Well, I can't even communicate to them. Because they're looking only at thumbnails. I will pray for you, my friend. For real, that's what it is. Fake awareness is like you don't really have time to dive into concepts and definitions, but you have time to find the best ones. Like, put a picture of Jesus in your room, and it's like, wow, that's the best thing. Being religious is fake awareness. That's what it is. See, just by standing up to my computer, I always get rewarded of like, hey, isn't that interesting? There's fake awareness and real awareness. And I'm like, wow, you're right. Now give me $10. You know? And then he gives me fake $10. And I fucking beat him up. Whoever that guy is. This guy. He is talking about sleep, though. How popular is he, bro? Look at that meme. I think we can quickly go through his videos, but we need to figure out what fake skills are. I feel like science is fake skill. Oh shit. Like, it must be like religion versus science. You guys both are fake. Fucking losers. Fake skill is react content. Like, no, it's not a real skill. Like Jack's films. Stop asking them to improve their fake skill. The only people that's supposed to improve are haters. Just like spenders are supposed to like buy of like, hey, here's a super Jesus picture. Instead of your shitty Jesus, how about you buy my super Jesus? Super Bible. Why can't they sell like next level Bibles? Bible level 15. Fuck yeah, dude. Sell them to these religious idiots. Everything that's fake's supposed to be, killed. I want to I want my fake things to die, my fake relationships and my fake money, fake assets. How about that? I don't know how to say. All right. So we have this cool matrix going on. Yes, the Joe keeps on giving, am I right? So I have limitations to how much I can give to you guys in the self-improvement world, right? I need other people to pitch in, not to pretend that the guy we're gonna check out has these two things, relationships and money. But he does claim to be a billionaire on social media. Maybe that works? I think he's a fucking vampire, though.
Do you come here? I've got news for
Exercise close to
you.
bed?
A recent study just came out. The exercise 4 hours or less before bed, delayed sleep onset, shorter.
Oh, fuck off, dude. Do you exercise before bed? Uh-oh, here's some negative effects. Yeah, I instantly hate this guy now. Instantly. But we know that he subscribed to fake skills. That's a good sign. That's a good sign because he has a personality across these other three things, and he's not necessarily a vampire. Crazy. I like that. I feel like he's like awareness, extroverts. Something like that. No fucking way. Exercise before sleep? Like, what the fuck? How do you not fall asleep after exercise? I'll go fuck myself then. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna teach you guys how to boner.
You can tell that I'm not gonna respect this guy too much.
Joking, but now that I have your
Again, but there's no fucking way that whatever
Do
he's
you
finding with using science is actually reality.
higher risk and decreased HRV. Higher
Exercise will make you tired, surprise, and then you'll fall asleep faster. It's better to do something than not do it. Yeah.
I'm gonna teach you guys how to fix your bone health. Weak bones, it's a bad lose muscle.
But hey, I'll give this guy the awareness points. We can use this guy.
Do you
First of all, for content, in order to do something, I have to grant him that he also exists on TikTok, not just in Logan Paul podcast, which is episode number 3. This one right here. Now, you would be always troubling me with, like, where's the proof? No, logic is the proof. Even if you see the proof, it doesn't contain logic until you think about it. Logic is the proof. Yes, after you put together the logic, it must not fall apart into new logic. It can still be temporary truth. Doesn't fucking matter until it gets disproven, but it is the truth. That's what you're supposed to believe in. Everything that is based on logic. Why can't you drink water? Because I can't drink water. You listening to me right now, I can't drink water from a fucking tap. I can't drink plain water. I can only drink stuff that has flavor, and it makes sense to me, and I explain exactly. But to this day, there's now going to be a comment haunting me for proof. Give me proof. Where's the scientific study proving? Like, if you look for proof, you're not going to improve yourself because you're looking for fake skills. You're looking for science, for observation. Observation, mind you, that is made by other people about other people. Made by other people about other people. Not you. You are always slightly more unique than you think, and slightly more trustworthy, and slightly more correct than scientists. No matter how loud the scientists are gonna be, they're still far away, you know? No scientist called me and is like, are you doing this and that? Because you should be doing this and that. The closest person that I can talk to is my doctor, and I don't fucking like my doctor. And guess what? It's over. You don't got to talk to me. Because the moment he would open his mouth of like, oh, it's not normal to go to sleep past 10 p.m. or whatever. And it's like, I don't care. I don't care about your not normal shit. That doesn't mean anything. This doesn't hold any logic. So when you look for proof, you have to understand there's scarcity of everything going on, and the closest proof is gonna be your fucking ChatGPT bullshit, you know? And tell me if ChatGPT is 100% trustworthy. Tell me. Science is literally as trustworthy as ChatGPT, except ChatGPT is 10 times better than science. Because you can talk to it much more fluently. A scientist must be 100 times more correct than your observation in order to reach you and actually correct you. I can give you the layers of distortion and how powerful they are. Distortion of reach, distortion of language. It probably is worse than 3 times. All of these. Way worse. The exact problem distortion, because you might have slightly different problem. Distortion of the ecosystem, because you have different habits, different diets, different problems within your body and different habits. Different amount of time, different resources. Like all these distortions, they stack so fast. Science cannot possibly observe things for you. It's so difficult to be 1,000 times the scientist. Then you truly have skill if you can do that. And usually those people either are influencers or they testing things in real life and visiting like 10 restaurants, buying different foods. Like they're doing shit and they're hoping that someone is gonna get hit by their science, not you specifically, but someone. So yeah, the first step is simplifying science into just mere observations and learning through observations. And then you understand that most people are doing science. When they do like $1 versus $1 million something, they do science. Because they're testing how much the quality has changed. Now, if you don't use data and actual evaluation, your science is shit. If you don't give me from scale to 0 to 10 what the rating is of your so-called science, if you don't give me that, your science is shit. Because it's not trying to be accurate. You're not even trying. So yeah, eventually science becomes a real skill. Sure. Religion can improve as well. Your belief system, your awareness system can improve into something real. But otherwise, we're gonna know it as knockoffs. Not fully fledged things at all. Only until I buy a flying car and I live inside a flying car, I don't got real valuable things. I don't got it. Most people give up in life, and instead of actually agreeing with me, they give up on me. And they start fucking barking at me and hating me, basically. That's what most people want to do. They want to keep giving up just louder and prouder, hoping that it actually works. Yeah, just don't break the law.
To teach you guys how to bone health. One is nutrition. High levels of
Yes, my friends. I'm scared that my teeth can actually grow back. That they can actually repair themselves and stabilize the way they are. Like, it's still functional and stable. It just needs to stabilize my teeth, but any amount of stress and lack of exercise is gonna impact the health of my boners inside of my mouth. Shit, it doesn't sound good, doesn't it?
help. And 4 is you want to happens while you are sleeping. Stuff every 10 years. It's a constant living, breathing.
Yay!
I spent
I can summon one skeleton every 10 years. I do love number 4, and I believe in everything he said. Nutrition, exercise, sleep, like, that one I 100% agree. But exercise before bed makes you less sleepy? Man, fuck you, dude. How dare you? Yeah, you heighten your heart rates, and you can't fall asleep immediately. But it's just like dropping from a plane instead of dropping from a cliff. You want to elevate your drop, by all means. It always made sense, and it still makes sense, that he's an idiot in that particular thing. If you drop from a higher distance, yes, it might take a little bit longer time, and you can't sleep during the drop. But for fuck's sake, it sounds like one of those don't eat breakfast advice bullshit.
therapy to choose with.
Again, people have different mindsets, people operate on different principles. Perhaps to some people, eating breakfast is not good. What happens if you're not tired after the drop? What happens if the drop does not happen? You go exercise and you just linger. Well, you have to catch yourself doing that. Sometimes that can happen. You're just like, well, I'm not ready to go to sleep. Great. Good for you.
Breathing.
I don't really exercise that often to tell you guys 100% certainty that this doesn't happen. I just wouldn't recommend you to believe everything everyone says when they don't provide enough context.
Pure oxygen, 30 days.
When they don't provide context, which means they trust in science, because trusting in science is not providing any context. Or not providing logic.
The results.
What can I say about this guy when it comes to his health, just on the looks alone?
Some of the more no.
Because if you look at him, he doesn't look healthy, doesn't he? His eyes look red. His skin seems pale. So generally, he feels like he doesn't have energy. Like a good, real vampire. Always lacking energy, always wanting something. He looks like a craving maniac. Let's put it this way. He craves something really much, which is live forever. And then life is gonna stab him in the face one day. Because there's probably a better way to achieve long-term balance in terms of longevity. And even if you live longer, people you love will not live longer. You are still obligated to train them and take care of them. And they might not fucking care about your craving to live longer. See, it's just crazy. It gets so crazy when you actually mess with life.
Noteworthy results is low detectable levels of.
Yeah, he does look like Papers Boy.
Better than detectable
Papers
level.
Boy. Absolutely. Boy who licks papers before bed. So I wouldn't recommend exercising before bed. Keep licking papers. You're going good at it.
This whole body rejuvenation therapy.
He also looks like a person who discovered that no stress is longer life. So his idea of living life is to reduce the energy levels as much as possible and look like a fucking walking corpse, like stretch out his longevity across his lifespan. But he never looks normal to anyone. I think that's the best logical description, guys. See? Logic fucking slaps in the face, doesn't it? I don't have a slap, unfortunately.
400 minutes in a pressurized.
Yeah, your life sucks. Your life sucks, unfortunately. I wouldn't want to elongate that kind of life. Pressure. Get the fuck. No, skip.
Believe in you. Don't do it.
Retardation.
There's
for
a
sure.
cultural norm in this
Did he said cult?
moment. You have the old. There's a cultural norm that.
It's a very interesting matrix idea of which version of yourself would you trust. Well, of course, the healthiest version of yourself. You know, the prime version. But some of the versions are going to be sick, and some of them going to be damaged. So you don't want to trust those future versions of yourself. I guess it's an interesting idea. You look your age.
If you're going to successfully slow down my speed of aging to almost half.
We successfully slowed down his life into just yapping about 21 months of aging.
Honestly, what I'm doing right now is
I don't got the meme right now, but we'll get to that.
Your Audi can of aging, closer to a dog.
What the fuck is this?
very clean stuff.
Now I am getting kind of tired, right? What do I do now? Did I hit my limit? Potentially I did. All I wanted is to get tired. Now I can go to sleep. Also, I just realized how insufferable that vampire guy is. It is important to know your limits, and that's how you're gonna get a flow state. You're tired, it's time. It's a good time. Should be happy about it. Should be happy about everything that life makes you do, because that's the best way to get to that perfect flow state. Whatever life wants you to do, you have to be happy. Life is never gonna ask you to do some crazy shit. Most of the time, there's a way out. You know, you just pick an exit. And that's just gonna be a natural flow anyways. Life does not ask me to listen to this guy. I can just trash his idea if I want to. If it's not a good idea, if it doesn't sound logical, I'm gonna punch it. I'll make it disappear. It is in the end just like listening to feelings. And you wouldn't understand until you do enough of this self-improvement how powerful it is to just listen to the feelings, to the orders your feelings tell you to follow. You don't live in a community, you live in a society. You were built as a human being like everyone else. You actually align yourself quite in synchronous with other people. You get hungry similar amount of time, you get thirsty similar amount of time. You even get horny similar amount of times. You can just assume that. Like, it's a lot easier life if we all live in a society where we can assume that we're doing similar things most of the time. We're interested in similar things most of the time in terms of bodily functions. So what do you do when you're starting to feel tired? You do that final hurrah. You punch someone in the face as the exercise before bed. You know, punch that guy in the face. Where's that vampire boy? Vampire boy will not breathe today properly. He will be like, but what about my nutrition? And I will be like, eat my fist. Bam! Nutrition, bro. The thing about science is science assumes that everything is the same exact way across the world. But you can open up pockets of different culture, of different levels of esteem, different levels of rituals, of like sitting next to a campfire is a completely new dimension that most people don't do. Sit next to a fire? What the fuck are you talking about? And all of a sudden, 10 solutions present themselves that never did before. Just by adding an element into your life, you are opening pockets of culture that science have never observed ever. Just like it cannot observe every single arrangement of deck of cards. I think this is like the best way to debunk science. Because science debunks itself. It says, there's 52 cards, but if you shuffle them a little bit, we have never seen this arrangement before. Oh my god, I need to observe this arrangement. I am science. Basically, every time you shuffle a deck of cards, you summon Science Demon. Scientific little bitch comes here and is like, oh my god, I've never seen this arrangement of cards before. Fucking idiot. I love this. This is even better. Science sample size is 90% stupid. It is literally inevitable because they're not picky. Scientists are not picky. They're not going to pick high IQ people. They're going to pick people who do drugs, who smoke, drink, they have bad habits of all kinds. They're lonely people. All kinds of fucking degenerates they're going to pick and use a sample size. I'm like, okay. I'm not sample size. I'm not one of those guys, you know? I'm not 90% of your sample size, so I guess fuck you and your stupid science. I say fuck you to science all the time, but I'm starting to get to like KO levels of fuck you right now. Literally knockouts versus science. If science presents itself, you bet it's gonna present itself as a flat piece of plywood, basically. And not as a mountain creature. It's gonna present one like this and not like that, bro. So anyone who wants longevity and create good habits and use too much science, I mean, like, I gotta be skeptical. When they boil it down to, like, principles of, like, 4 things that help you with your bone health, I mean, maybe. It's like overall health. You can't observe bones, but you can observe overall health. So, of course, the guy is going to be able to boil down to those principles, but overall, like, fucking plasma, fuck off, dude.
I'm sure you know
fuck
this.
Your
And
plasma.
Help the process along. Lots of things in one individual.
Scientific, fine. Like, whatever.
Whoever that scientist guy was, he's even dumber.
3
Even
things that are
dumber.
making as fuck. But you know what's not comfy as fuck? Getting fat.
Yeah. Just resist getting fat.
how do you not?
Final boss.
Final boss
So if you
activated.
can consciousness, which there
But I only know level 15 Bible spells. Don't die as a final boss? Oh my god, bro. He gets so much hate, he's providing the most useful information in the universe. Well, at least he cares.
I speak to a lot is they're not sleeping well. When you're not, number 3 is be consistent. If your bedtime is
Just when you're tired, go to sleep. I know, it's crazy. But most people don't do it anymore. You don't understand, most people block their feelings. They don't go out when they're tired. And they don't get themselves tired to begin with. And the most important thing is obviously not to disrupt your sleep and just kind of worship your sleep. And kill everyone who tries to deny your sleep. You thought I'm joking? No, that's like torture. Kill everyone. Destroy them. Yeah. Even just the intention of destroying all your enemies who prevent you from sleeping properly, just that intention alone will help you sleep better. Trust me. If this guy says it's the most valuable thing, I can't deny that. It's definitely pretty valuable. The problem lies because sleep is not actually a fun thing to do. Not a fun thing to rely on. Alright? Because it holds that little demon thing. It's just like getting fat. Getting sleepy is also a health defect. You just need to heal yourself. You know, when you get tired, you need healing. So you go, it's like, alright, demon, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm healing anyways. Like, I'm not busy anymore. You can drag me over there. Summon that celebrity if you like. Right now it summoned Sabrina, and unfortunately Sabrina was in fact horny and topless. That was weird. I thought it's illegal for a celebrity to be topless. Fuck, she uses the dream realm to cheat the system, bro. So is sleep really that scary? Like, I always say demon. the demon likes me because I'm poor, and it's like, I'll be left alone. But the demon wants me to attack others and to be bigger. You must understand that the demon is the concept of like you can do whatever you want in your dreams, and you might lose control at some point. You might become lucid, but your lucidity is gonna make you into like a fucking degenerate that wants to just like rape everything. You know? Because you must understand what happens when you give a person infinite power. That's your demon. You see the world through a demon's eyes. A person who can do anything if they tried really hard to bend reality. And there's no consequences either. You don't want to stay in a dream world for too long, is all I'm saying. It's almost like you get rewarded for being tired, but it's a limited time experience. It's another one of those links towards the extremes. It is good to go from one extreme to the other. But what is not good is to give in to one of the extremes because holy shit, do you die?
In bed at 10:30. 4 is great to a lot of people.
Yeah, and the most important thing, you gotta let go. When you're tired, you should be tired enough to let go. You can watch like a movie before bed. Something that will make you even more sleepy. Or fuck yourself.
Time to live forever.
What does the chamber do? Increases pressure. He goes into some random thing, boys. Oh my god, the degeneracy, dude. Pressure. Why don't you have pressure chamber, dude? You don't want to live forever? Just people asking of what the fuck you have here in your house. Why are you in your pressure chamber? What is that? Just by people asking that should make you uncomfortable enough where you lose like 2 years of your life. Because it's like, oh, I have to answer this stupid question again. It's like, yeah. And this guy actually lives a life where he has to get interviews, where he has to answer the same fucking questions, and he has the same talking points. That's the dumbest life I've ever seen. That just got extended. I don't know, man. Imagine NPC life, but you live 150 years old. Fuck off, dude. Just walk around with a cup of coffee, you know? How was your day today? That's what would happen to this guy because he's only practicing like good health. And he's technically a fucking scammer in the sense that that's all he's selling, you know? Everyone below him are still just NPCs who just like completely
Bryan Johnson,
useless.
who lives in the year 2025, that I'm aware of toxins.
The most important thing when you're fighting death is to make sure that you live life. Guess how many people I see living life? Not enough. You know, because when they live life, they would bump into me just by accident. If that does not happen, they are just NPCs. NPCs don't bump into the real character. They don't disrupt you unless they have a quest. The quest NPCs are way next level than the regular ones. Where you talk to them and they have just 3 dialogue options. Fuck these guys. Good morning, my friends. I had sleep. I do roll in bed for like an hour. Like, I don't feel bad about it because it's just a common thing. Yeah, the energy's missing in the modern Bryan Thompson, you know? Oh, he's Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry about that.
There and thought, God does Musk have a punchable face.
Man, what a joke. What's wrong with gambling? There's a very interesting thing rising. Inspect content creators. I will definitely chant that in my Dead Mouse episodes. Gotta look what you're looking at before you subscribe. You know? Check the integrity of these people. Dedicate portion of your time to figure out who the fuck these people are. And if you actually side with their beliefs or level of content. In this case, I don't know if I am seeing good level of content. I don't think I should be subscribed. And I'm not a follower, luckily.
If Johnson, who lives in the year 2025,
It gets funnier.
is a normal dude,
Also known as NPC.
if you recently got
normal
less than
dude.
4 hours of news for you,
Everyone will be like Bryan Johnson.
sleep increases a protein in the brain.
Here we go. We go back to a bad night's sleep, guys. I think the quality of your sleep doesn't matter as much as it matters how you get in and out of sleep. I think this transition thing is what matters the most, because you can struggle with this one the most. The actual sleep is nothing. It's like a magician's realm. You're not gonna master it. Yes, you can destroy distractions that prevent you from sleeping. Sure. But this is the most challenging part of, like, how do you treat it? What the perfect mindset about going in and out of sleep is. Oh my god, I have the perfect joke for this guy. He will live 50% longer because he's 50% asleep. His content is literally 50% about sleep. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. That is his meme. Knowledge. Oh no, he's a scammer.
Air quality in the entire world. It's
Oh, nobody's wearing a mask. Even though if you wear a mask, you would also have bad effects.
so multifaceted.
This is what this guy is. This guy is glorifying things that are not
Seriousness of it.
actually that healthy anyways. What the fuck is this NPC bullshit?
That almost killed.
He discovered that he's NPC. The NPC overlord has arrived. The only thing NPCs can do proudly is not die as long as possible. Wow, amazing, and be proud of that so much.
You know, the sun is great, but it may kill you. That's why during high UV times, I
Yes, you gotta have that pale skin. Then he gets hit by a truck or something.
now as the meditate, do breath work, something to calm my body down.
Wow, the most useless NPC ever. Oh my fucking god.
You to get your shit together and go to bed
How do people hate on him? That's impossible. It's the most impossible task.
on time. It's not
And then when you hate on him, it's like, don't die, you know? Now it becomes threatening.
We have all headlines that
How old is he? It's whatever. It's that the male age where you start doing weird shit, you know?
my levels of BPA.
Like back in the day we had shit like this. It's like a 50-year-old man. He just has hair, you know? I would say that's a healthy man, if you ask me. Hmm. And now it just modernized by 4 walls and pressure chambers. The real question is not why I should hate this guy, is why I should listen to the guy who's not saying anything. Like, say things, please.
Retrieve
Please.
less
Communicate ideas.
doing things
I hate microplastics, guys.
showed that
Sleep deprivation is brain damage. Wow.
how
crazy.
many is somehow a more healthy option. That promises you a holy meal when
Wow, he's trashing
I know many
Chick-fil-A
people
for
who
some
want
reason.
ball plastic. You've probably heard the average
Here comes microplastics
male
again.
and the average brain.
He found something scary and now has
If
to fucking
Jesus were alive-
spam.
of my
How do you sleep immediately? By being tired and going to bed and not listening to fucking a dude who only wants to talk about sleep. And then this random shit like
Is what I ate in a day.
nobody wears masks.
Alright.
Over protocol,
Some kind of a test that I don't give a fuck about.
Sometimes rules of how to behave.
What do you mean YOLO is not the answer? YOLO is the ultimate answer. You only live once, so don't die. It's perfect for him.
You know, I really do.
I like being in my own mind, so I don't feel lonely. I wish I had the opportunity to speak to other people. But it looks like that dream is shattering away. There are no other people, science says. Yep.
Need to mix nice
He feels like he's exhausted from his own fucking obsession about health.
pudding. Very clean mornings. Like,
Yeah, but I gotta go to work. Exactly. Most people can't afford being healthy. They are enslaved. Which is why self-improvement is so important in the world of capitalism. I literally just wanted to talk about this. This beautiful, beautiful baby.
it's the same sequence of steps. It's actually very affordable. My morning routine is actually dramatically simplified from where it was before. I've maybe done 10 things, weighed myself, inner ear temperature, light, hair serums, hair cap, longevity.
Yeah, it's
What
bullshit.
is being with oil?
Okay, he's attacking fast food, of course. When it comes to American culture, it is secretly like trash. Secretly trash. The food they eat, the houses they build, the way they communicate with each other, it's secretly trash. There's definitely a reason to avoid American trash. Like, this is the greatest range of lifestyle problems that you can make is being an American. It comes from like the difficulty of life setting. If your life is very difficult, you don't have a good range in which you can fail in life. Difficulty increases, but you can hardly fail because there's difficulty. You know when you're failing. You know when you cannot defeat the boss. You know when you are going to complete a level versus not. It becomes very obvious. Except here, you still allowed freedom to fail. But most people cheat, they fail on purpose, and they can't get back up again. They're in debt, basically, in many, many ways. Because life is too easy for them. If you want to straighten yourself out, you have to travel deeper into the East. At least within your mindset. Travel into at least with your mind. Appreciate these cultures more, and appreciate me being the top level person in this game. In the second level difficulty. Alright? I'm not just bragging, this is the truth. I bought level 20 Bible just now. I woke up. All I did was think about what's the next level Bible I can handle, you know? What, nobody has super Bible? I literally need a, oh my god, super Bible study. Fuck it, let's go. He has super Bible.
There's no one in this ministry will ever go hungry, and I know about it. You will not go hungry.
People imagine that I am a wealthy person with nothing to do and the luxury of just having no responsibilities in life, and the opposite.
The opposite is reality. I'm very busy sleeping. Thank you guys for watching.